compared to other. Wait, So all these sites have an impact on almost every aspect of human life. Okay, so I believe all of you here have social media account. If you don't have social media account, please raise your hand. Anyone? Okay, so all of you have social media. Okay, except for senior lecturers, maybe they are 50 plus, almost pension, so maybe don't like to have their social media. They are not active. But for young generation, you should have social media because one day you are going to use it, and not only in at university, but also when you are at industry. So actually, when I interview new lecturers or maybe new students, I also will look at their social media accounts. I will see the pictures and then what type of language that they use in terms of how the way they write and their sentences. Okay, before I interview them. So at least we get first impression through social media. And not only we look at their Scopus Index or journal publication, but we also look at their social media accounts to know more about the candidates. So we also have seen the rise of smartphones. More than 50% of the world population is using some kind of mobile phones, and most of it are smartphones. So the rise of the smartphone is certainly not something that happened overnight, but its dominance is poised to have an extreme impact on selection. More people use smartphone for election coverage. So same goes to smartphone. Last time when I was a student, we didn't have handphone or smartphone. And I started to use handphone when I was 20 years old in year 2000. And then we have phone, and then I think 200809, then we have Friendster, we have MySpace, we have Tagged, and before we have Facebook, and before we have Twitter or other social media platforms. Okay, last time we only use handphone to communicate and to make a call. Okay, now we can use handphone, smartphone, and to take pictures and to watch movies. Okay, to listen to the music and to record, and then we have internet on it, so we can use smartphone, and then it's very useful, especially for us and for those who are industry, and then for you as students. It helps you a lot when you are at campus. So the number of people who use smartphone have increased. I think now everyone has smartphone, and the follow trend also those for social media. I think my mom also have social media account. My mom also watch TikTok. Okay, my father also watch TikTok. So my father 70s and my mom 60s also have social media account, know how to use smartphone. I believe you as student maybe 20s, okay, 21, 22, 23, I think you also should have social media and try to be active user for social media. Okay, social media heavy campaign provide access, opinion, and engagement to all people. So now our networking become very wide. So example now, we communicate through social media, okay, through internet, even though campaigns still look to accomplish the same basic goal and objective. The rise in social media seems to make sure that those running for office are held to a higher and more strict norms than before. So as a politician also, they need to have their social media account. If they don't have social media account, they need to get help from their maybe PR officer, and to create the account for them, and then to help them to boost and their story. Okay, if they don't know how to use the social media, they can get help from their pegawai khas or maybe their PR officer. Okay, and then many voters, not only the politician, we as voters prioritize social media for its dependability. They say they are likely to rely more heavily on this type of political outreach and enjoy avoiding the filter of larger news network. If we go on to television or radio, they need to filter everything, but on social media, okay, they can avoid the filter. So it's much easier for us to deliver any information that we want to share to the public. And for politicians, the benefit social media brings to a campaign is inevitable. They get to convey their own message in the way they want. They are not framed by any media outlet whatsoever, and they have a direct line to voters. It provides great opportunity in a campaign. So, example like last time, Barack Obama also they like to campaign and using social media such as Facebook and Twitter, so they can communicate directly to the voters and to the public if they want to ask something. So the president also can reply from the Twitter. So that is one of good thing in social media. And compared to traditional media, it's difficult to interact and directly with the public. So at first, the impact of social media was almost exclusively on youth. According to the Pew Research Center, during the 2008 election season, over one quarter of voters under the age of 30 found information about political campaign on social media. So many young voters and they try to get information through social media. Visually, no voters over the age of 30. By contrast, retrieve political information on social media during that same period. So, however, in Malaysia, when we look in Malaysia, since the controversy surrounding the 2008 and 2013 nation general election, due to the rising popularity of opposition, social media network have played a vital role in conveying political messages and debate. So now in 2013, they realized that social media is very important in order for them to win election. Last time the government didn't realize it, so they lost the election because the opposition party they use social media. Uh, okay, they take the opportunity to use the social media and they won the election. So now our current government also they are more active in using social media in promoting their campaign. Moreover, in July 2019, Malaysia Parliament has approved a bill reducing the voting age for general election from 21 to 18 years old. Last time in Malaysia, only 21 and above, age 21 and above can vote. Now, since last year, okay, 18 years and above can vote. If I'm not mistaken, Indonesian has practiced it long time ago. 18 years old and above, right? Can go to vote, can vote. 18, right? In Indonesia?
17.
Oh, 17. So we just practice 18. Okay, last year. Okay, before this 21 and above. Okay, now most of the society, the public, they tend to use social media to get the information. So we encourage them to vote in age of 18. So 211 out of 222 lawmakers said they supported the amendment to Malaysia's federal constitution, which allowed the changes to be introduced, which we have implemented it just now. Okay, based on the data released by the Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC, a total of 93.3% of Malaysians surf social media every day. Me also, tak terkecuali, the lecturers and students also, almost every day, we try to look at social media. It become addicted. Every day I will, before I start my work, okay, after not really after arriving at my office, I'm not going to check my social media, but before departed at my house, I will check my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram. Okay, I try to update. Okay, and then it become my routine to check, to look at my social media. Now, although I'm 40s, but I'm also very active in TikTok, okay, Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so in Malaysia, Facebook usage is 91.7% of people, while WhatsApp application is 98.7%. So this data in themselves prove that political campaigning in new media, especially social media, is the best platform to replace face-to-face campaigning methods. I think now we have TikTok. I can see a lot of campaign. They try to promote themselves through TikTok. Our menteri, our ministry, prime minister, they like to promote themselves. They want to become visible They try to tackle the audience, especially the teenagers and the adult, through TikTok. Okay. So not only from the pemerintah, but also from the opposition party. So the campaign also have changed, and now most of them they use social media to do campaign. So research show that social media can have a minor but still significant influence on voter behavior. Social media has improved information flows, outreach, mobilization, and fundraising. However, it has also increased surveillance, political polarization, the spread of misinformation, and harassment. So actually, there are pros and cons, but actually it depends how you use it. Same goes to internet, and they can give you advantage if you use, and they can bring you benefits if you use it wisely, and vice versa. So it depends to the user. Same goes to social media. This one I'm going to share. Last time I was interviewed by Berita TV, okay, RTN in Malaysia. So they interviewed me about the use of social media during the election campaign. So I think the video is less than 3 minutes. So you can listen first so I can take a rest. So around 3 minutes. And this one during pandemic 2021.
Baik, terima kasih rakan penyampai di Angkasa Puri. Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. PRU Dun Melaka kali ini menyaksikan kaedah kempen secara tradisional seperti ceramah bersemuka, sesi walkabout dan lawatan rumah ke rumah tidak dibenarkan Kementerian Kesihatan bagi mengekang penularan COVID-19. Ketetapan tersebut membuatkan kaedah kempen kini lebih tertumpu menggunakan platform dalam talian dan media massa. Namun bagaimana perubahan tersebut memberi kesan kepada parti politik dan calon yang sudah biasa menggunakan pendekatan berkempen secara tradisional. Ikuti analisis yang disediakan wartawan Muhammad Ashraf Ishak.
Kempen secara dalam talian kini rancak digerakkan melalui sesi perkongsian poster, manifesto dan video pendek di media sosial selain ceramah secara maya. Platform media sosial seperti Facebook dan Twitter antara yang menjadi pilihan utama berkempen dengan semua parti politik sudah mempunyai page atau laman maya sendiri. Laman parti seperti Barisan Nasional, Perikatan Nasional dan Pakatan Harapan ada yang sudah mempunyai ribuan pengikut yang sedikit sebanyak membantu mereka memperkenalkan calon-calon parti. Pengisian kempen lebih terarah kepada memaparkan pencapaian dan janji untuk menyelesaikan masalah dan isu setempat. Bagi saya, calon juga perlu dilihat matang dalam memahami masalah rakyat kerana visibility itu sangat penting, keterlihatan di media sosial sangat penting. Jadi mereka perlu sentiasa menampakkan yang mereka ni prihatin and then mereka peka terhadap masalah-masalah rakyat. Namun tidak kurang juga terdapat laman maya politik yang melakukan serangan terhadap pihak lawan. Trend ini banyak dilakukan laman maya penyokong parti yang diwujudkan oleh individu yang tidak bertanggungjawab dan terlalu taksub kepada parti pilihan mereka.
Kita perlu berkempen secara sihat. Okey, kempen secara sihat dan penuh beretika. Bagi saya strategi yang terbaik adalah kita cuba membuat publicity, menunjukkan kebaikan pencapaian kita ada untuk calon ataupun untuk parti tersebut berbanding jika kita mencari kesalahan atau keburukan parti lain.
Kempen secara norma baru ini juga dilihat turut memberi peluang seimbang kepada calon bebas untuk berkempen.
So bagi saya kalau calon-calon baru ni, kalau mereka teramat baru dan tiada follower, tidak aktif menggunakan media sosial sejak dulu, mereka mungkin menghadapi sedikit masalah untuk berkempen. Tapi jika mereka ini sudah ada ramai follower, sudah popular, lagi mudah untuk mereka berkempen dan lagi senang untuk mereka menyampaikan apa yang mereka nak sampaikan, terutama benda-benda yang dapat menarik perhatian rakyat.
Bergerak ke hadapan, calon-calon bertanding dan parti politik boleh meneroka lebih banyak kaedah untuk menarik perhatian pengundi, khususnya generasi muda.
Okay, that's all. They are more active during the COVID. So because we cannot campaign traditionally, so we need to use. They need to use social media for their campaign, especially during COVID. during the pandemic. Okay, that's a little bit about the topic which I have shared about the some scenario about social media during the election campaign. So now I'm going to share how we did our research in terms of social media during election. Alhamdulillah, we have published 2 articles in journal. So one, the effective of social media during campaign, so we have published in Scopus, and another one, social media during election campaign, but that one through systematic review, which I'm going to share you now. Actually, we did research based on literature review, systematic literature review. That one will be published, inshallah, around this month. Okay, under International Journal of Business and something, I forgot the names. Okay, how I conducted this research, we go to the research methodology. So I use systematic review. A systematic review was conducted in this study, taking into account potential article published from January 2021 to March 2022. So based from article from January 21 to March 22, so the collection of internet data through Google Scholar, I got 17,100 journals which related to the topic. Okay, which were to identify study related to social media during election campaign. So variation in the term used in this research are social media, election, and campaign. So those 3 terms I use to find the articles. So an author's keyword is a term that the authors consider reflecting the content of a journal that conform to the desired essence after screening, and we need to do some screening. You want to see the article either they are really related to the topic of my study. So based on the title and abstract, a total of 14 studies met the criteria. So only 14 article I chose to put in my journal. So the next step, the full text article is evaluated more carefully. The main research question that guided the study was, what is the level of effectiveness of social media during election? Okay, this one example, this one I took from Google Scholar. Actually, you can make it better if you just search from Scopus. Okay, so the article, all article are based from Scopus is much better. This one I took from Google Scholar. Maybe actually it's much easier, but it's better if you can find the article, all of them are from Scopus Index Journal. And this one from Google Scholar. So this one you can see about 17,100 results. So these are the articles which related to the topic, and then we do some screening, okay, and then we choose only a few which related to the topic. Okay, finally, data is extracted from each independently reviewed article based on the date and year of publication, author's type of studies, the country, the evaluation method used, and the finding of social media during election. Articles that meet the criteria have been used in the study as set out in the table below. So I'm going to share the table after this. From these 14 studies, 7 were quantitative. I need to read, okay, the article, all of them, and then need to categorize them. So 7 were quantitative, which are survey and content analysis. 4 is qualitative, which they focus more on interview and observation. And 3, they write based on concept paper. And 4 were conducted in Nigeria and India, and 1 from US, UK, Egypt, Zambia, Mexico, and Tanzania, respectively. So these are all 14 studies which related to the topic. And then I put it in this table. Okay, just I put here author or year, and then title of the research, and then methods, what method that they use in order for them to conduct this research, and then their research is based from which country, and then I want to see their findings, okay, based from the same research. Okay, this one I put the author's name and year. So the latest is 2021. Okay, maybe now we have more articles, and because now is in 2023. An example of the title here, information diffusion on social media during election in Nigeria, extrapolating the construct of dual process theory. This one, they use qualitative case study. Country is Nigeria. So what is their finding? The finding of the study showed that there was a higher use of social media during the 2015 general election as compared to previous election and was used to post offensive information about the candidates. So that's what happened in Nigeria based from their research. Also, the study revealed that most people shared or were most likely to share what they believed to be true, which had propaganda and hide misinformation. And this thing also happened during the campaign in Nigeria. Okay, they believe whatever that they read in social media. Actually, most of them are based on propaganda, and then most of them they provide misinformation. But people like us easily believe it. And then Hillary Reininger 2021, improving social media users resistant to false information during election. This one they did research based on quantitative survey or questionnaire, and they did research in US. So from their finding, inoculation never hurt and sometimes improve resistance to disinformation memes. And then Awanda et al. A roadmap for the successful use of social media in electoral campaigns. They use qualitative case study. This one qualitative is more on interview. This one from Indonesia, Awanda Pratama. Maybe some of you are familiar with this name. 2021. So there are several strategies for the use of social media in the election campaigns. These strategies include being yourself, being friendly. So these are based from the research done through qualitative case study. So these are the answers. What are the strategies? Being yourself, being friendly to anyone, and knowing who the campaign target is. Campaign target can be seen based on age, gender, and educational background. Different target mean different social media usage. Okay, these are their findings and their answers for this topic. And then we have Wendy Williams, 2021, Beyond Platform Centrism and Digital Universalism, the rational affordances of mobile social media publics. This one they use quantitative survey. The country is Zambia, so they did research in Zambia. Okay, what are the findings in Zambia? There are three relational affordances: infrastructure, home-based access, and temporality help to explain the emergence of this active mobile social media public. So these are the three elements to help explain the emergence of this active mobile social media publics. And then we have Narinder K. Dogra 2021, role of social media, election and political participation. This one concept paper. Concept paper actually is like systematic literature review, but systematic literature review is more systematic compared to concept paper. They just write anything and then they put it in paragraph, and that one is concept paper. This research is done in India in the election based from the findings. Youth participation creates the awareness about the importance of voting in democracy through electronic media. So they try to relate youth participation. And then Christopher Simeon, Avinia, 2021, social media penetration, party politics and election in Tanzania. This one based on qualitative. Qualitative basically they have in-depth interview or focus group. This one done in Tanzania. Social media had a transformative effect on core political party campaign activities. Okay, transformative effect for social media. And then Bermudia Peter Michael 2021, mobilizing Nigerian youth for active political engagement through social media, examining the veracity of Facebook and WhatsApp in the 2019 general election. So this one is more on quantitative research survey. It's done in Nigeria. So based from the finding, the result revealed that both Facebook and WhatsApp were frequently used during the 2019 general election. And if we have election now, 2023, I think TikTok will be the most popular, frequently used. Right? Believe me, TikTok will be the number one. Okay, last time maybe Facebook and WhatsApp. And the majority of the use were exposed to the various messages during the election period, leading to 91% of the respondents agreeing that Facebook and WhatsApp were useful tool for youth mobilization. And this one, election during 2019. Although maybe we can try conducting the same research, but the result might be different. So it's okay if you do research based from the same questionnaire, the same research, but we practice it in different country, we do it in different era, different year, the result will be different. So don't worry if we replicate other researchers' questionnaire research, okay? Because the result will not be same. And Indonesia and Malaysia, maybe we have different result. Maybe last time Indonesia the most popular maybe is Twitter, but Malaysia the most popular social media is Facebook, maybe. Okay, now I just mentioned maybe the most popular is TikTok. Maybe Indonesia, maybe we have other social networking which is more popular than TikTok. But I believe Malaysia, Indonesia, saya pun banyak tengok TikTok yang Indon. And so I believe TikTok also is very popular in Indonesia.
TikTok
Correct me if I'm
is
wrong.
still popular in Indonesia. I think
TikTok,
the most popular in Indonesia.
TikTok,
TikTok,
yeah.
and also Instagram.
TikTok, Instagram. I also like to listen to Indonesia songs. Especially sometimes they appear in my TikTok. Siapa lah ada baru-baru ni? Dara Ayu. I like to listen Dara Ayu.
Dara Ayu. I don't know.
Okay, I like to listen her song. Last time Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa. Yeah.
Which is very popular also in Malaysia.
Yeah, still popular, but not longer. There are still still popular, but there are many newcomers in Indonesia.
Yes, there are a lot of newcomers which I know them through my TikTok. Okay, and then the results here, Nigeria. The result with both Facebook and WhatsApp frequently used. 2019, and majority of the youth were exposed to various messages during the election period, leading to 91% of the respondents agreeing that Facebook and WhatsApp. Okay, Facebook and WhatsApp. This one 2019, so I believe the answer might be different in 2023. Okay, last time when I asked my student, most of them, they prefer to use Twitter compared to Facebook. Okay, most of my students, they prefer Twitter. They don't have Facebook account. But people like me, age 30 and above, 40s, 50s, they prefer Facebook. And that one I asked last year. Okay, so most of young generation now, they don't like Facebook. They prefer Instagram, Twitter, or now maybe they have TikTok. Maybe I believe most of young generation now, they don't have Facebook account. Okay, that's what I do some research at my students. They don't have Facebook account, but based from the research, majority of social media users they like Facebook. But when I ask my students, young generation, they don't have Facebook account. Maybe you can ask your student. Maybe I believe half of them don't have Facebook account. They just focus on TikTok. Do you agree with me? Some of you, young generation, ke masih ada Facebook? Yoga, Muhammad Al-Fatih. Ada Facebook tak?
Ada Bapak.
Ada. Yoga Prabowo ada Facebook?
Ada Pak.
Oh, ada ya. My student when I ask them to like, to share, they said they don't have Facebook account. So they cannot like or share my information through we have Facebook account for our faculty. And then they don't follow because they don't like, they don't add because they don't have Facebook account. That's why we need to move to TikTok. Okay, and Twitter, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, so Facebook, most of our students here, they don't have it. I don't know why. Okay, but 30s, 40s, they still have Facebook account. Sorry, I only can see Muhammad Al-Fatih and Yoga Prabowo. And the one only a few of you. Okay, and now I can see Nadia, Aziz, Wildan, February. Oh, 4 names in one picture. Okay. Okay, then according to Ibuka Ilyas, this one from Nigeria, the title is Legitimating Falsehood in Social Media, a discourse analysis of political fake news. what are their finding? WhatsApp allow for the easy and fast sharing of fake news as it pull the largest occurrence of legitimation strategies followed by Facebook. And now I believe WhatsApp also one of the most popular social media that we regularly use in our daily life. And I communicate to other lecturers, okay, to other faculty, to other university, to my student from different group, different faculty. All of them I communicate most of the time through WhatsApp. Okay. So, is it also happen in Indonesia, or maybe you have other than WhatsApp? Maybe we have Telegram, or you prefer to use Telegram compared to WhatsApp?
For me, I prefer to use WhatsApp. Even Telegram is also famous in Indonesia, but I think that the more famous is WhatsApp because it is more easier and many people use WhatsApp rather than Telegram. I don't know how about the students here. Nadia.
Maybe some of you prefer Telegram. And can anyone answer me? If Telegram, why Telegram? Nadia, are you there? Because I can see your picture, Nadia. Are you sleepy?
Nadia.
Okay, I know Dr. Yusa from WhatsApp actually, from one of my friends from Binus University, and Dr. Indra, and then he introduced me to Dr. Yusa through WhatsApp. Now we communicate and we be friends until now, and just through WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And then we add other social media account through Facebook, so I follow him. And Dr. Yusa pun aktif ya, selalu keluar negara, tempat-tempat lain. Okay. So one of the active lecturers in my friend. Okay, and then we have Suleiman. Challenges associated with the use of social media in electoral process. Nigerian use in focus and also in Nigeria, and research done in Nigeria. So there are a lot of research done in Nigeria. So actually Nigeria, these people, Nigerian, they are also active in conducting research. So there are a lot of paper from Nigeria. Okay, since young Nigerian acclimatize easily with technological trends such as mobile devices, the choice of using social media for political communication is very high. Based on this study examined the ability of the social media in enhancing youth participation in Nigeria's electoral process. Okay, they also follow the trend. They use social media. Kita ingat Nigeria ni, black people, we thought they are not very advanced country, not developed country, but actually they are towards developed country. They are developing country. Okay, last 2 weeks, we tried to find candidate and international lecturers, and then most of the candidates who send their resume are from Nigeria. Only one from Indonesia who are interested to become a lecturer here, a contract lecturer. Okay, majority 80% of them, the resume that I received is from Nigeria. Okay, how about in Padjadjaran? Do they have international lecturers?
Yes, but maybe only for a few class, not all the class.
Okay. So now actually in Malacca, we are planning to have at least 7 international lecturers in one campus. Now
in some departments, such as international relations, there are also international class, but they are also still develop the program. But for the other faculty, such as health science, I mean, for the health faculty or the dentistry faculty, they have the international class from almost 15 years ago. So they have developed the international class. We are in the Faculty of Social and Political Science, just started maybe into 2 years, but not all of the departments, only some of the departments.
So the lecturers also are from Nigeria?
We have students from Africa, but I forgot the country. But the lectures, I don't think we have a lecture from Nigeria. We are also only have from such as like Dr. Rauf from Malaysia, and also we have from Australia, Japan also.
Actually, we prefer from Indonesia. It's easy for us to communicate.
From Indonesia.
So it's easier for us to communicate when we have meeting. So it's easier to communicate.
Oh.
If Indonesia, Brunei, okay. If from Nigeria or from other countries, so we need to make a meeting in English, 100% English. Speak bahasa Melayu. Okay. Okay, so next, what happened in India? The result indicated that election campaign and promotion through radio channel and on Twitter has positive significant impact on parties vote gained during 2014 Indian election. So in 2014, it seems that radio is still significant, and not only Twitter, but they also need radio, right, to promote the campaign. Further, the predictive power of radio is far more influential than Twitter. This one, what happened in India 2014, the people there still like to listen to radio, and then the impact is more powerful than Twitter. But I think now 2023, I think not really to radio. I think they also now move to social media. I think Twitter is more powerful, or TikTok. Okay, so next, Rakesh Armelipedi Ramkumar, this one also in India, research in India based on quantitative questionnaire survey. So the popularity of a human brand negatively moderate the relationship between positive tone, content, and engagement. So human brand will become the mediating or moderator. So our finding indicate interesting spillover effect of content created by related brands on the effectiveness of content created by a focal human brand. So in order for you to become more effective, you need to create the good content. And then research done in Mexico is based on concept paper. High saturation social media campaign reflect interaction between citizens that spill through social network, including to untargeted precinct rather than responses by politicians or media outlets. Okay. Okay, and then research done in Egypt based on qualitative in-depth interview. Presidential candidate got benefited from social networking site as they use it as a promotion tool, but at the same time, they were attacked through this site from their competitors. They got benefits from social media. At the same time, they got attacked from the competitors through social media. And in general, Facebook pages, Twitter account, and YouTube video have been extensively used by the candidate through campaigning before and during the election. Also, social media users have been very active in the whole process of election, where they supported or opposed certain candidate through social networking site. And through Umberto Famulari in UK, based on quantitative research, overall attacking opponent was the most common strategy, and they use social media to attack their opponent. To attack people. And in Malaysia, we call it keyboard warrior. Okay, for verbal, and then actually we pay them to attack people. Actually, many Malaysians, they attack Israel website, Israel social media, Israel koyak, sometimes something like that. Okay, they like to interfere Facebook, Israel punya Facebook. So attack against opponents were also associated with a higher number of likes and share. Okay, so this one happened in UK. Okay, finally we go to the conclusions. So we have completed all the 14 articles. Social media play an important role in shaping public opinion on vital political matters. The public use social media to express their concern and criticism on issues that concern their welfare, which the traditional media may not dare to report or broadcast. And that's why they use social media. New populist political players have developed their voters by directly communicating with them via the internet. This shift occurred in tandem with the rise of social media. And then a study in Tanzania found that social media had a transformative influence on key political party campaign operation, like promoting party ideology. During election, it has successfully been institutionalized as a new civic cyberspace. According to a study conducted in Indonesia, there were numerous ways for using social media in the election campaign, which are being yourself, being polite to everyone, and knowing who the campaign target audience are all examples of these methods. Diverse goals necessitate different approaches to social media. Age, gender, and educational background are among the campaign's aim. So if you want to campaign, actually we need to study who are our audience, who are our target audience. And then it has become a fact that the political future in any country rests on the shoulders of youth, people like you. A study among youth participation on political engagement in Nigeria found that the majority of youth were exposed to various messages during the election period. They try to tackle the youth and to support them. It's normal, leading to 91% of the respondents agreeing that Facebook and WhatsApp were useful tools for youth mobilization during the 2019 general election. So since young Nigerian acclimatized and it's become comfortable with them, suitable for them to use social media easily with technological trends such as mobile devices, the choice of using social media for political communication is very high. In the election, youth participation creates the awareness about the importance of voting in democracy through electronic media. So here in Malaysia also, they use to promote the party. Okay, what are the benefits if you choose this party? So most of the spokesperson are youth, and they want to try to tackle the youth. So that's why they use youth. Okay. Overall, attacking opponent was the most common strategy for verbal and non-verbal resources. Attack against opponent were also associated with a higher number of likes and share. So you can get more like and share if you use this strategy. If you attack people, you get like and share, which actually I'm not going to allow you to use it. Just share the benefit, the advantages, what you have, not attack people. Okay, that's my advice. So, but in certain country, they provoke, they attack other parties, and then it help them to increase their like and share. So WhatsApp allows for the easy and fast sharing of fake news, as it pulled the largest occurrence of legitimation strategies, followed by Facebook. And finally, to conclude, in order to understand the role of any media in any political process, one needs to look at the surrounding political environment. A Malaysian-based data science organization suggests that the party leader who effectively utilize the wonders of social media and big data may have an edge in winning the election. If you are popular, inshallah you can win the election. So actually, to win the election is based on popularity. If you are very popular in social media, you can win the election. And now that is the trend. And then similar strategies were used back in 2018 when Pakatan Harapan, last time was the opposition, now is the now they become our government. Coalition overthrew Barisan National Government in the 14th general election with a campaign strategy that had a digital focus. Okay, I think that's all my sharing session. I think we can do Q&A after this. Anything, if I can answer your question, I'll try to answer it. Okay, so I pass back to Dr. Yusa. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rauf, for your brief and good presentations. I think now we have Q&A sessions. For students who have questions, please raise your hand, or maybe you can type. Okay. Haikal Fatah.
Okay. Thank you to Prof Yusa and Prof Rauf. I want to question about hot news in Malaysia. What do you think about hot news in Malaysia? In Indonesia hot news itu sangat merajalela lah gitu. Okay.
Example of hot news in Indonesia?
Hot news in Indonesia about politik identity atau sinis news about paslon Indonesia gitu.
Okay, so I think the same thing happened in Malaysia. So most of the orang panggil FYP kan? What's the full name for FYP? For your what is the full name for FYP?
What is FYP?
Hashtag FYP. So to make the content become more popular, to get more followers, to make the content more popular, so they put hashtag FYP. Sometimes we put hashtag CapCut. Then my son taught me, Abah, you put hashtag FYP, so you tend to get more likes and more followers. So what can I see through my TikTok, through my Instagram, most of the news that share through my TikTok and Instagram most about politics. Sometimes also maybe it based on algorithm, right? Because I like to listen to political news, so most of the time I receive story about politics. So
politics.
Yes.
Okay, what we call it in Indonesia, I don't know exactly, but maybe, yeah. Regarding the hoax itself, maybe in Malaysia also can what we call that. For example, in Indonesia, the Prof. Sometimes during the candidation or during the election campaign itself, there are many hoax news that spread through the social media. Not only in Instagram or also in the anonymous website, but also in WhatsApp itself, and also Telegram. For example, please don't choose we call maybe Ahok or maybe Anies Baswedan, because they will support some only specific religions, for example, because we know that Ahok is a Christian, and if Ahok become a governor in Jakarta, then he is only support one religion only, such as Christian, and there are also hoax news that comes in the social media, Instagram, also WhatsApp. Don't choose Anies Baswedan. Why? Because if Anies Baswedan was chosen as the governor, he only supported one group or one religion only, and also in the near of the general elections in 2024 in Indonesia, hoax news also appear in some social media. For example, in WhatsApp, also in anonymous website, or also from the print out media that have been delivered by someone, and they are put in the public area, such as in mosque, and also in the market, and also in some many of the public area, not only mosque, not only in the market, but many of public areas where people can get information from the print out media, such as short paper, or also mini tabloid. Maybe do you know what mini tabloid? But many people didn't know about who write the mini tabloid, who write the articles, But the articles deliver information regarding some candidates, where the candidate, the information is not entirely true or not true. For examples, I have heard a few years ago, more than 5 years ago, during the local elections in West Java. Okay, there are a mini short information regarding one of the candidates, Ahmad Heriawan. The informations told to peoples that don't choose Ahmad Heriawan because he has more than one wife. Polygamy. Maybe you know that. Okay. Don't choose the candidate Ahmad Heriawan because he have more than one wife. But the true Ahmad Heriawan only have one wife. So that kinds of hoax appears in Indonesia during the campaign. So the kinds of the hoax always appear or always happen near to the elections, not only in the local elections, but also in the national election itself. How about maybe what Haikal Fatah told to us is, how about the conditions in Malaysia?
I think same goes to Malaysia. Always watch. We always receive news about our current Prime Minister PMX, PM ke-10, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, and then more about Lim Kit Siang, DAP. Now he's going to be Tan Sri Lim Kit Siang. Last time many Malays, UMNO don't like him, but now Agong will give him title Tan Sri, like Datuk. So last time he was the opposition party. Now he is in the government. He become Tan Sri. So most of the time they try to attack. Sometimes they attack opposition party like PAS, Abdul Hadi. That one the Islamic party. Sometimes they attack DAP Lim Kit Siang. Sometimes they attack our current Prime Minister PMX Datuk Seri Anwar. So we know too many things about their. Actually, most of them are bad news about them. Either they are from opposition or they are from the government parties. So we always receive the negative news about the party, about the candidates.
Okay, but maybe we must to differentiate between the negative campaign and also black campaigns. Most of the hoax is a black campaign because we cannot identify who sent the message, or also most of the message are not entirely true, or all the message are wrong. For example, don't choose Ahmad Heriawan because he have more than one wife, or don't choose Ahok because if Ahok become the governor, he will only care about one religion. Don't choose Anies Baswedan because he is also cares only to one religion. There are so many hoax or the black campaign appear in Indonesia, and most of the media used by I call the unresponsible men are social media such as WhatsApp. Also, sometimes they create a new website with the new domain, but we didn't know exactly about the media itself. For examples, maybe for the mainstream media, we are now in Indonesia, we are now Kompas.com, we are now very well about Tempo.co and many mainstream media. But close to the election itself, sometimes there are new media that people didn't know, and the content is to discriminate one or two candidates, because what they want is they are want to discriminate and support his or her candidates. That's one for examples in Indonesia. Okay. In Malaysia itself, what kind of media that was used by the unresponsible peoples when they are trying to persuade or to make people's sure about the information they have delivered to?
I believe each party, they have their own social media. Okay, either they are PAS, DAP, UMNO, Keadilan, and then we have Amanah. So those are example of popular party. And then they have their own what we call it keyboard warrior. They have their own social media account. So this social media from belonging to this party will attack another party, and another party will attack this party. They have their own soldier.
I mean, are there unidentified social media that are used by someone? For example, anonymous social media or anonymous media. Are there also happen in Malaysia? I think if a party use social media is a common things. But if someone who are playing in the backstage, they are playing in the backstage, they didn't show their name, they didn't put their identity in the social media, but they have a political motives. The motives is trying to discriminate someone or to make someone make someone then not to choose some candidates in the elections. Are there also happen in Malaysia? For example, XXX names in the social media. The XXX send hoax news. The black campaign. Are there also happen in Malaysia?
I think it also happens in Malaysia, but I think most of them, this anonymous, when they try to give their comments. So comment, we can see too many anonymous, and then some of them actually is not their true identity.
Yeah.
Okay, they use other identity, and then they can give their any comments to attack someone, to attack the candidates and etc. So this anonymous actually you can see through based from what we receive from the comments from the public, and so they use anonymous, or maybe they use different identity. So there are a lot of them like this in Malaysia also.
Okay, how about WhatsApp?
WhatsApp, okay. If you ask me in terms of this political issue, actually it depends either you are fanatic towards this party or you are fanatic towards another party. So if you are very taksub to one party, so whatever you mention about the party, you will not believe it.
Oh,
okay. So if you don't like the party, anything bad about the party, you will surely believe it.
Okay.
What you call pentaksub.
Yeah.
Fanatic towards that party. So it depends to maybe youngster, maybe they are still learning. They want to study both the pemerintah and the opposition party. But most of the maybe people like us, we already have our own favorite, either party A or party B. Okay, so we just trust, we believe more on party A, but we don't trust, we don't believe party B. But youngster, maybe they are still studying which one actually is good for them. So they try to listen both. So that's why the political party, they need to tackle the audience, the youngster now, in order for them to support them. Orang-orang tua dah tak susah nak pengaruh sudah.
Yeah.
Okay, kita sudah contoh saya sudah suka PAS, parti Islam. So saya takkan ke parti lain. But for youngster, they still maybe they like UMNO or keadilan or DAP, or maybe they think this one is better, maybe this one is much better. So they are still try to study about each party.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rauf. Maybe who else? Yesa, do you raise your hand? Okay,
I'm
please.
sorry, tadi aku kepencet Pak.
Kepencet. Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Rauf.
Mungkin okay. Any other questions? How about Haikal? Is it clear? Punya pertanyaan lagi kah?
I think it's clear. I know situation in Malaysia and I want comparative with Indonesia in Malaysia. It's okay to me. Thank you, Prof.
Okay, you're welcome. If you want to know more, you just read. There are a few journals about political party in Malaysia, in Indonesia, and other countries. We just need to read, and then we know.
Any other questions? Maybe from Naufal, maybe Ken, Jafir.
For your information, last time I did research, I did survey which party will win the election. So based from the survey, okay, if I'm not saying a few months before the real election, so we assume that our current government will collapse. So after the election, it happens. So we have conducted research before the general election. So we got the same results. Just we were very shocked. We thought cuma kalah sikit, rupanya kalah teruk about the government last time.
When the next elections in Malaysia?
I think
will be
supposed to be next 4 years.
Next 4 years. So it is every 5 years.
Yes, every 5 years. But we have PRN untuk negeri-negeri kecil, which is going to happen now in near future.
We call it in Indonesia local election, pilkada. Pemilihan kepala daerah.
Okay, this one in Indonesia we call PRN. I forgot the full name, PRN.
PRN is only for legislative or also for the executive in the local?
Only for locals, but very selective. Legislative.
Legislative. In Indonesia, the legislative elections held at the same time, not only for national but also for the local, in province, in also city or regions. But for local executive elections, before 2024, it is held in a different time, but from or starting in 2024, the local elections will be held at the same time. So it will be September, if I'm not wrong, September 2024. So all the province and also the cities and regencies in Indonesia will help the local elections to choose the governor, mayor, and also regents.
Okay. In Malaysia we call PRN. PRN mean pilihan raya negeri.
Pilihan raya negeri.
PRN.
But there is only for local legislative member.
What?
Only for local legislative members.
Yes.
How about major or maybe in Indonesia we have governor.
In Malaysia we have parti pemerintah lah, parti pemerintah.
Are they chosen by the peoples?
Yes, chosen by the people based from the majority.
Oh, okay. Are there the elections held at the same times, or every regions have different time?
So some follow the exact time. Some region they have their own time.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Rauf. Okay, Javier, please. Javier?
Okay, Prof.
Yes.
I have a question about political identity in Malaysia. Is there an ethnic or group tendency in Malaysia to dominate the parliament? Because in Indonesia, the ethnicity that dominates parliament and government is Javanese gitu. It's a question.
Okay, so in Malaysia we do have a few parties. We have DAP, which majority of them are Chinese in that party. We have PAS, which majority of them are Muslim. And then for Muslim party, we have party A and party B. They fight each other. And PAS is for Islamic party A, and then Amanah is Islamic party B. So they belong from two different groups. Amanah and PAS, both are Islamic, but they are from different angle. Okay, and then we have Keadilan. Keadilan, there are few Chinese, Indians, and Malay in Keadilan party. Okay, now they are the ruling party under Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, which is Keadilan. And then we have most of the political party here actually based on religion, based on race. Okay, but they need to combine to become one pakatan, to become one perikatan. Okay, example Amanah and Keadilan, DAP and UMNO, they are in one pakatan. And then another one is that one is Pakatan Harapan, another one is Perikatan. Under Perikatan they have PAS, and then they have Bersatu, and they have what's another one? I forgot the name. So they try to combine all those parties to become one big party, one Perikatan. And same goes to opposition. They have a few parties which belong to each ethnic, each religion. Okay, and then they combine this political party to become one pakatan and one perikatan. So a few parties combine become one, and another few parties combine become one, and then they fight each other.
Okay, Doctor, it's clear for me. Thank you for the answer.
If you want to win the election, you need to combine with other parties. You cannot go alone. It's difficult for you to win the election if you move alone. You need to combine with other political parties and become one big parties, and then you can win the election. So that's what happened in Malaysia. Last time UMNO, which is Malay party, UMNO, and DAP, which is Chinese party, they fought each other. But in order for them to survive, they merged to become one pakatan. Last time they were enemies. Now, this DAP, Chinese party, and Malay, and another one is UMNO, Malay party, they need to merge in order for them to topple another government. Okay. So that's what happened.
I think in Indonesia it's same. I call is the coalition in party gitu.
Okay, so
in Indonesia I call koalisi perubahan atau koalisi Indonesia Merah Putih gitu.
Okay, what they told me, in politics anything can happen. Your worst enemy can be your best friend.
Of course. Of course. The situations will be changed in every 5 years in Indonesia, or maybe after 10 years. For example, in Indonesia, National and Democratic Party, NASDEM. In the 10 years, they are become the coalition of President Joko Widodo. But maybe, not maybe, but in the next general elections, NASDEM will not longer again with the coalition of governments, because they have choose a new candidate, Anies Baswedan. So that's why it is very so many information regarding the the unsolid coalitions near to the general elections, because many parties in Indonesia trying to build their own coalitions. They have to think about their future after the election itself. So that's why I think I agree with you, Dr. Rauf. There are no solid or strong coalitions because every party have their own interests.
Yes, correct.
Okay, Vanessa, please.
Oke, sebelumnya suaranya terdengar nggak, Pak?
Terdengar.
Okay. I have a question for Dr. Rauf. How to use social media wisely for us as a young people during an approach through social media campaigns like this? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. If you ask me, just use it wisely. Give the way you write your comment, okay, write it proper, and then do not use harsh words because we are Muslim. We cannot use very harsh word, and then don't easily share something that you are not really sure about it. Jangan kongsi jika tak pasti, because one day maybe it will consider as fitnah. Okay, I just read all the news. I read about the Pakatan, the Perikatan, the opposite party, the current government. I read all of them. But if the news something that I'm not very sure, I will not click like, I will not click share. Apatah lagi share. I just read and then I just try to absorb it. Unless if you are very clear about the situation and then that thing happen, you have a proof, and then you can like, you can share, and then you can, the way you comment is komen yang baik lah, not really kata bodoh lah, kata BABI lah, not use that words. Okay, but we need to use social media but properly, wisely. Okay, not just hentam mencarut maki. Okay, because it shows your diri, yourself. Example, when before I interview the new lecturers, I will try to check their social media. I will try to look at their Google Scholar. I'll try to find him or her at their Facebook account, at their Instagram, or maybe sometimes I try to call their lecturers, their former lecturers, to ask about the candidate, and I also will check the social media. If you always use the negative word and then use the harsh word, and then I'm not going to call them for interview. So I know these people, this type of people, suka marah-marah, suka mencarut, I'm not going to call them. So be careful with your social media account. So that's what I did. And because I'm the head of program here, so I have the opportunity to, what we call, to tapis, okay, to choose the candidate. Okay, Vanessa?
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Okay.
Anyone else? Maybe one more students?
So these students are from which subject?
Political science.
Political science student.
Political science, but the subject is political communication.
Oh, it's about communication also.
Political communication also.
Political communication, okay.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that subject in our campus in UiTM here, political communication. Maybe
next time, if we have a collaborations between UiTM and Padjadjaran, we can create a new subject, or maybe continue this subject. Maybe in UiTM also there also will be political communication subject. I hope so.
Good idea, good suggestion.
And in Indonesia, Dr. Rauf, when we are talking about the social media itself, universities in Indonesia, especially which have the Department of Political Science, we all have homework to educate peoples, especially in villages. Why? Because many peoples in villages, maybe I don't know about the percentage, but we can talk about maybe many of them are not well educated. Why not well educated? Maybe some of them are only graduated in the elementary school or in the junior high school. Also, some of them also even they are didn't finish their school in the elementary level. So that's why when we are talking about the political responsibility, many universities in Indonesia have to teach or to educate peoples in many villages to so they are become knowledgeable. I mean that many hoax, black campaigns appears not only in the cities or the big cities, but also in many villages where all the peoples are not well educated. But even they are not well educated, most of them they are already use the mobile phone. The mobile phones also have already installed with the social media such as Facebook, such as WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok. Okay. And some problems appear from I call the unresponsible peoples or unresponsible group who are unidentified or anonymous, who send or deliver hoax or the campaigns, especially in the villages, in many villages in Indonesia. Many peoples or the many villagers always forward the message to their families or to their friends without screening the informations. So that's why sometimes conflict appear from the matters. When someone's forward the message that are not true, or they are send the hoax message to someone else, okay, sometimes it can create the conflict potentials. I mean, for examples, in a family, there are a persons who have support different candidates. In 2019, there are many cases families are not tidak akur, ya, tidak akur. Jadi anggota keluarga tidak akur. Jadi families is not have a good communications because one of the family's members support Prabowo and the other support Jokowi. And for them who are supporting Jokowi, send a message in a WhatsApp group in the family regarding the bad things about Prabowo. And the other members of the family also send the bad information or the bad news regarding Joko Widodo in the WhatsApp group. That's in the one group, the family WhatsApp group. Because of the hoax or the play campaigns, the members of the family can berkelahi. They can debate to each other, and the impact is one of the members of the family is they are quit from the WhatsApp group. They are leave the WhatsApp group. and while they are meet offline, they didn't talk to each other because of the black campaign of the information that have been forwarded. So Yeah, that's become a problem. So that's why here in Indonesia, we have to teach, we have to educate people how to screening the informations, because election is only once in a time, once in 5 years. But when we are talking about the brotherhood, persaudaraan, silaturahmi keluarga, family is for a long time of period, because we cannot fight to each other just only because the political political rivalry. In Indonesia, that's happened. I don't know, maybe how about in Malaysia?
Yes, it also happened here in Malaysia. Not only it happened also to my family members. And then last time my mother told me, if you don't vote this candidate, don't come to your mother house. Okay, you must vote this candidate. My mom is one of the orang kuat party.
Yeah.
So dia bekerja keras for that party.
Yeah.
So she wanted all her children to vote that party. But the children, they have their own belief, they have their own political party that they want to choose. But the mother itself dah hasut, dah melarang anak-anak parti lain. So I think that one also happen. Then I heard other countries, other state, ada suami isteri yang bercerai pun ada. Not only bergaduh, left group, ada yang bercerai terus pun ada.
Ada ya.
So that happen. I think it happen anywhere, not only Indonesia, Malaysia, but ada. Tapi for me, kalau bab politik, jangan masuk dalam group family WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Kalau mak saya letak pun, I just ignore. Saya malas nak buka.
Yeah.
Saya pun takkan share anything about politik. I'm not going to share at my family group members. That's your own choice. But tapi kalau mak ni sebab dia orang nombor satu dalam family, so dia nak share, biarlah dia share. Tapi the children just senyap saja.
Yeah.
No need to argue with her.
Yeah.
Mom is always right. No need to argue. Tapi
Indonesia,
bila vote kita boleh rahsiakan siapa kita vote.
Yeah.
No need to tell her kita vote mana.
Yeah. Di Indonesia karena tadi sosial media lewat WhatsApp orang bisa berkelahi. Jadi mereka berkelahi meskipun satu keluarga gitu ya, satu family. Gitu.
It happen anywhere. So we need to respect each other. If you like party A, go ahead. If you like party B, go ahead. I like party C, so no problem with me.
Yeah. Baik, ada lagi yang lain, silakan.
We just encourage our students to read, to study all parties. Don't just focus one political party. You read all issues, all news about all parties. Don't just focus one, and then you try to evaluate which party you think is suitable for you. Please read from this side, read from another side, which the current government, which from the opposition, and then you choose.
Betul. Okay. I think it is already 5:15. Maybe any other students, if there are no other questions, maybe we can finish this class or sessions. But before that, maybe we can do photo sessions.
Okay.
Please, all the students to turn on the camera. Please to turn on the camera. All the students.
Are they at campus or at their home?
I think most of them are at home.
At home.
At home.
Kita orang baru cuti last week, 1 week holiday. So hari ni baru start kelas.
Oh, ada momen apa?
Ada perayaan gawai, something agama from Sabah Sarawak, and then semalam hari jadi agung. So we have 1 week holiday, And then today we just started our class today. So most of our students are at campus now.
Okay.
If you do it last week, most dekat campus sunyi, tak ada orang.
Okay. Kezia, Nabila, Jasmine, all the students, please turn on the camera. Ibu Sita, mungkin kalau sudah sampai di rumah.
Actually, this culture also happen in Malaysia. During my lecture, most of them will not switch on their camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing happen in Malaysia.
The same thing in Indonesia. Most of them are always turn off their camera. Okay. Okay, Aisyah, Azaria, Eka Paras, Kalia. We will do photo sessions, but I need all the students to turn on the camera. Aisyah? Hello, Aisyah.
So Dr. Yusa, please share the photo with me
Sure,
so that I can update my LinkedIn and Facebook.
Okay. I will send to you after this class.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Ramadan?
You all also follow me at my TikTok, Abdul Rauf Ridzuan, or my Instagram.
Please to send your TikTok account. I will follow it.
Okay. I'm going to share
I also have TikTok account, but yeah, I'm not very active in TikTok. I always use Facebook and also Instagram to share my activities.
I'm very active in Facebook, so that's why I have almost 5,000 followers, and LinkedIn also almost 4,000. But for TikTok, it's only 600 followers.
Wow.
Less than 1,000.
That's a big amount of followers.
So
I should be very active also in TikTok. Okay, we can start our photo sessions. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, wait a minute. I will one more photo session. Once more for the next page. So because we have 2 pages here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so
for
much.
Dr. Rauf and all the students who have attended this class, and I hope we can meet in another session or in another class. And I also hope maybe in July or August we can come to Kuala Lumpur, Dr. Rauf.
Inshallah, I will be ready. Just let me know.
Okay. Thank you very much.